Good morning and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to H&H Global Education Limited. I am Milton, the Managing Director of the company. As part of our daily live session, which started 28th of May to end of June, today we invited one of our another key partner, St. Mary's University Twickenham. St. Mary's University Twickenham's International Marketing Manager, Undaleeb Qazi, will be joining with us. We're going to discuss about several things about the university, about scholarships, entry requirements, different courses, different departments, and also the current situation as we are going through because of COVID-19. So quickly, I'm going to add the university international regional manager as well. Along with that, we're going to add our Indian team manager, Mr. Subhash Adhak. Hi, Undaleeb.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Milton.
Okay, so welcome to H&H Global Education live session.
Thank you.
And the live session is going to start within a very short time. Along with me, one of my another team from India, he's going to join with us as well. So let me add my Indian team as well. Hi, Subhash.
Hi, Antley. Hi, Milton. How are you?
Yeah, I'm
Hi,
all right.
Hi.
Okay, so let me see yes, I think this is the best one to let me go for it. I think this is the best way. This is the best format as well. Okay, so Undaleeb, if you can give your opening speech about these sessions and also about St. Mary's as well, please.
Great. Thank you very much for the introduction, and thank you for having St. Mary's on board. I'm really excited to speak to you and your prospective applicants about St. Mary's, which is situated in London. I do have a presentation to share, which will give you some imagery in a bit more detail. I'm going to go through some of the key things to note about St. Mary's, what makes us so unique, our very competitive fees, as well as the scholarships that we offer, some key courses in the different departments, and then entry criteria. And then I will finish with a whole list of frequently asked questions, specifically because of the global pandemic that we're all experiencing. So I'd like to kind of answer a lot of the key concerns that students are having, but obviously happy to take more questions from you and your students as and when they come through.
Okay, thank you very much, Undaleeb, for your opening speech. Hi, Subhash. Can you tell about yourself as well?
Yeah, hi, I'm Subhash Adhak, the H&H Global Ahmedabad India Manager. And usually thank you for St. Mary University for this live session for the Indian students. They will help to guide for the upcoming intake for the September 2020. And usually we know because of the COVID, it's quite slow, but we are expecting it will be go higher after the immigration will be open and the international airports and border all. So hope so. And thank you for Milton for joining me.
Okay. Thank you very much, Subhash, for your opening speech. So basically, this session is divided into several parts. Initially, the opening speech already been finished. Then we're gonna go for each of the sections of St. Mary's University departments, their key courses, the entry requirements, the scholarships, along with that, the new courses, and also any particular information for Bangladeshi students or Indian students or any part of the world. And then we're going to go for question and answer sessions. We're going to request our students to ask questions within, they can start asking questions from now on. As soon as we finish our presentation and also the discussion about university courses, we're going to go each of the questions and we're going to answer them as well. So, Undaleeb, we can start the sessions with your presentations or whatever you want to start with, please. Can you hear me? Leap, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Maybe it's a connection problem.
Okay, excellent.
Hello. Can you hear me? Sorry, I can't hear you. Lip. Hello. 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 Okay, so I think there are some connection issues. So we're gonna ask Lip to reconnect. We're gonna reconnect again. You know. Okay. Sorry, viewers, we have some connection issues. So our St. Mary's University International Marketing Manager will be joining with us shortly. So, dear viewers, while Undaleeb is joining with us, we ourselves going to discuss something about St. Mary's University. So, basically, St. Mary's University is situated in heart of London, near the bank of Thames River, and it is very famous for its excellent campus facilities, accommodation facilities to the students, and along with that, it is near to London. So you're basically getting London experience, and along with that, you are getting an excellent experience of the campus life, and along with that, the university provides a high quality education where 75% undergraduates achieve 2.1, which is basically first class. And in terms of that, in terms of the facilities, they are the top 10 in the UK for the location wise and Student Choice Award in 2018. And apart from that as well, the university has quite a variety of courses. They are specialists in some particular areas as well. So we're going to discuss each of them individually.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you, but your picture is not available.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, the picture is not available. By the way, like your video is not available.
Oh, my computer has frozen. Let me try again. I'm so sorry about this. I've just been frozen out of it. Let me see if I can share my screen with you.
Yeah.
Can you see my screen?
Unfortunately, no. Let me remove and add again.
Let me try on another.
Sorry, viewers, we'll be going for live soon with our international marketing manager, Undaleeb. We are experiencing some delays due to the internet issues over there. And also students who want to actually have decided that they want to ask some questions, they can start sending their questions as well. So once we finish our discussion about the university courses, entry requirements, scholarship and everything, we're gonna go each of the courses and we're gonna answer them as well. By this time, if you want to ask any other particular aspects, you can also send your documents at info@hhglobal.co.uk. For Indian students, you can contact our Indian team manager, Mr. Subhash Adak, and along with that, if our WhatsApp number is open, is available, so you can WhatsApp us. You can email us as well by sending your documents. So students, you can start sending your questions to us, and also once we finish our conversation regarding the university, we're gonna go for each of your questions. Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but the screen is not available.
Yeah, my camera isn't working. Can you see my screen?
Unfortunately, no. It says black. Basically, it's a kind of black screen. You know?
I don't know what's wrong. It was working a minute ago. Fuck.
Sorry, viewers, we're experiencing some technical difficulties in our international marketing manager's site, which is in Malaysia. So we're going to go for discussion soon. Hi, Emily.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Gosh, I'm so sorry. I've had to go onto my phone because my computer doesn't seem to be showing the camera. I don't know if I can share my screen on my phone.
That's absolutely fine. Actually, we can go through as usual way. And so,
Okay.
dear viewers,
I'll just talk through if that's okay.
that's absolutely fine. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
So, yeah. So, dear viewers, sorry for the interruption. So we are starting our live sessions now. As we discussed earlier, that St. Mary's University International Marketing Manager, Ms. Undaleeb Qazi, is available to us, and she's going to explain about different courses, scholarships, entry requirements. By this time, if you have any questions as well, you can ask us. Once we finish our discussion, we will go through each of them. So, Undaleeb, we can start now, please.
Okay, sorry about that, everyone. It was a technical hiccup from this side, but thank you for your patience. Okay, so first I'm just going to give you an overview of St Mary's, some of our key selling points, what makes the university unique. So the university, I think, is probably best known for its beautiful London campus. Unfortunately, I can't share my picture with you, but we're situated in a very beautiful part of London in Richmond, very green, leafy area next to the River Thames. Our campus is home to some historical buildings, including Strawberry Hill, very beautiful Gothic architecture. The location, again, is very key for St Mary's. So we're only 30 minutes from central London and then 30 minutes from Heathrow Airport. So it just makes it a perfect balance between near to the city centre, but slightly on the outskirts. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. I mean, we're known nationally for a top London university for student satisfaction. We're also ranked first in London for course satisfaction and teaching satisfaction. In fact, in all of our teaching programs within our education department, we're ranked outstanding in every single section by Ofsted. So the university is also extremely well known for course satisfaction as well as teaching satisfaction. We have very high graduate employability rates at St Mary's. 96% of our graduates are either in employment or further education, further studies 6 months after graduating. We have quality on-campus accommodation, which is very affordable. I'll go into more details after. We're very well known both nationally and internationally for Olympic standard sports facilities. We're home to a number of athletes. We have a number of very famous athletic alumni, including Mo Farah. At the 2016 Olympic Games, 23 of our students competed at the Olympics, which would place St Mary's as 25th in the world if you could count it as a country. So it's very well known internationally as well as nationally for its excellence in sport, not only its sports science programs, but its sports excellence and sports facilities. We have a very welcoming community of 5,500 students from 90 different nationalities, representing 90 different nationalities. So for a London institution, we're comparatively smaller, but that also is what makes the university very unique. It's a very warm, welcoming, inclusive environment. Students love it because it's obviously a campus university, but then you get the proximity to central London. Our fees for London in particular are what I would say competitive. So our undergraduate programmes start at £12,250. That's for all of our undergraduate programmes. There's no differentiation subject. And for postgraduate, our programmes are £13,650. So that's the base fee. We do have scholarships, which I'll go into more detail, which obviously will bring the fee down even more. Our campus accommodation, for example, starts at £5,200 for the year, and that's for a twin room shared bathroom on campus, which again is quite competitive for London. And our location, as I said, is in Richmond. That's northwest London. Richmond's known as the safest borough in London. It also is, I think, second in terms of the lowest number of COVID-related cases as well, which obviously makes it safe from a health perspective. As I said, outstanding in sports, very welcoming, safe community. Those are key things to note when thinking about St Mary's University. We're an old institution, although we might not be as well known internationally. The university is around 170 years old. It has roots in the Catholic Church. However, it's really the last few years that we've really started to establish ourselves more and more internationally. We have an excellent Centre for Workplace Learning and Career Service, and this helps students look for industry-related placements. So within most of our undergraduate courses, we offer integrated industry placements. They come in the form of modules, so work placement modules, which take place in the second and third year. And then some of our postgraduate programs have integrated placements as well. And then students might be aware that on their Tier 4 visa, they are able to work part-time during their term and then full-time in their holidays. And obviously now with the reintroduction of the post-study work visa, students are able then to apply for up to 2 years to stay in the UK post-graduation to work. So I think what will be great now is if I just highlight some of the key programs from the different departments, which I think are probably most popular in the Bangladeshi and Indian markets. So I'll just give you a quick summary and then obviously happy to take questions afterwards. So within business, we have a range of business management related BAs with different pathways. So we have a business management BA, and within that, it has a dual accreditation with the Chartered Institute of Management. So students can not only get their undergraduate degree, they can also get a level 5 diploma in management and leadership. There are placements within the business and management BA in year 2 and year 3. Students can also complete a consultancy project for a London business in year 3. There are different pathways at undergraduate level, one in finance, one in marketing, one in entrepreneurship, and then sports management. At postgraduate level, we have a range of business related programs. The two that are particularly popular for these markets are International Business Management, MSc. That's also a dual accreditation course where students can get their level 7 diploma in strategic management and leadership. It also includes an industry placement and options to take modules in charity finance, for example, and investment. And then within the course, they also have great links to relevant industries. They do field trips. So the idea is to get as much hands-on experience as possible. We have a very popular sports management MSc, which includes visits to internationally renowned venues and links with very high-profile sports clubs and organisations. Alongside that, we have an International Finance and Management MSc. We do a very unique charity management MA. It's the only one in the UK to offer a business-related degree specifically around charity management. And we do international finance and accounting. For all of the courses that I mentioned have a September start date. But for postgraduate, we are introducing more and more courses now for January, also because of the current situation that we're in. But at the moment, international business management, sports management, international finance and management, international finance and accounting all have a January start date as well as September. So it does give students more choice if they want to wait and see for the next few months how things pan out. Then we have the law department. So we offer an LLB at undergraduate level and an LLB with criminology. They're practice-focused vocational modules. They have opportunities to work with the local legal community. They have lots of hands-on opportunities, including mooting, mock trials, excellent commercial awareness workshops, and they have very high graduate employment rates. In 2018, they had the highest graduate employment rates within the law school in the UK. The university also has specific expertise in modern slavery and human trafficking, terrorism, counter-radicalisation, green and sports criminology, medical fraud, and prisons. So those are some of the really interesting courses or interesting modules that students can do within the programme. And then at postgraduate level, we offer 2 LLMs. One is within international business law, but the one specifically for the countries today are international business law LLM. That really focuses on the complexities of international trade and business law. Within the programme, there are lots of employability events, mock trial mooting, commercial awareness seminars, and fieldwork visits as well, including visits to the WTO, the Public Forum in Geneva. So the idea is to give students as much hands-on experience as possible within the 1-year postgraduate programme. And then we have a large media communications and arts department. Courses include creative media, film, technical theatre, communications and marketing, also with specific modules in data analytics, design, media marketing. They all have integrated placements within them, and the communication programs that we offer at undergraduate level are very much designed in collaboration with leading industry professionals. They've definitely been designed as a result of what the industry needs at this point within the communication, advertising, marketing sector. At postgraduate level, within this department, we offer creative writing, playwriting, but the main one I think to note is our very strong international journalism MA as well as a sports journalism MA. So we have two options. The journalism MA is accredited by the NCTJ, which is our National Council for the Training of Journalists. This is a professional body of journalists within the UK. We have the world's first international sports journalism MA. So it's taught by award-winning journalists, broadcasters, and academics. And if you were to look on the website, because of our expertise in sports, as I mentioned earlier, the placements that students get within the sports journalism as well as the sports management programs are fantastic. We have students that worked with Sky Sports, the BBC, ESPN, BT Sport, IMG, Premier League. So it definitely is one to look for if you have an interest in sport as well as business or journalism.
Okay.
Education and teaching. The roots actually of St Mary's are in education, so we're probably best known nationally as well as internationally for our strength in education. At undergraduate level, we offer BAs in education studies, in primary education. We also offer physical education, sport and youth development. But our real strength, I think, is within the postgraduate level area, where we have a host of education related MAs, and quite a few new ones have been introduced for this year. They include a very comprehensive education MA, then specific MAs focusing on coaching and mentoring, pedagogy, physical education, religious education, inclusive practice, and then we have two very unique programs in education, culture and society. This one is designed for professionals working in educated related fields. It's got a very broad scope. It looks at children's rights, disability, SEN, also from an international perspective. And then we have a multidisciplinary education MA, which is called Education, International Development and Social Justice. So it pulls in all of those areas within this MA. It approaches education within a socio-economic, cultural and political context. Very, very interesting. It attracts not only professionals within education, but also social science students. And it really prepares students for careers within international development, within governments, NGOs and charities. Then we have humanities, theology, ethics department. Some key courses include English literature, history, liberal arts. We have a 2-year accelerated liberal arts BA. So students that have a broad range of interests in liberal arts, politics, English, history, they can also opt for a 2-year accelerated liberal arts degree that pulls on all of those areas, and then obviously choose to specialize in their second year, a little bit more like the American system. Then at postgraduate level, we offer a public history MA, theology MA, and then a very interesting bioethics and medical law MA. This is again a interdisciplinary course. It looks at the ethical, legal, social and spiritual advances of medicine and related technologies. So a very unique course for St Mary's, and will attract students that not only come from maybe a business perspective, from politics, healthcare, medicine, biotech, genetics. So it can be seen from a professional development point of view, but also within research as well. And then within social sciences, we offer a sociology degree at BSc level with criminology. We offer a politics degree with international relations. We also offer an accredited BSc psychology program, which is accredited by the British Psychology Society. And then at postgraduate level, 3 very popular courses for both Bangladesh and India are our MAs in diplomacy and international relations. This is designed and delivered by senior diplomatic figures. It's got very students enjoy very hands-on experience with the very best high-level diplomats. They have opportunities to network, prepare briefing papers, policy documents, and speeches. We also have a very unique program in human trafficking, migration, and organised crime, which I said aligns with our centre, which has a specialist in human slavery. This is a very unique program. It looks at human trafficking, migratory flows, forced labour, organised crime, and feeds into the research that we do at our Centre for Modern Slavery. A lot of students from Bangladesh have been specifically interested in this programme. And then we also have a Psychology of Mental Health MSc, and that really focuses on specialised aspects for caring for people with mental illness. And there is an opportunity a work placement within that program. And then last but not least, we have a very large sport and health science department, as I said, very well known for sports science across the UK. It's a very long list of programs. Some key ones to note: undergraduate level, we offer a nutrition BSc, a BSc in sport and exercise science, strength and conditioning science. Then at postgraduate level, we offer a physiotherapy 2-year pre-registration degree. We have a degree in chronic disease management, human nutrition, nutrition and genetics, applied sport and exercise, biomechanics. All of the programs that I mentioned have the relevant accreditation from the professional bodies. Some of them do include work experience opportunities as well.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much, Undaleeb, for explaining different departments. So there are a variety of courses available at St. Mary's University, and I think Undaleeb explored majority of them. So in our point of view, basically we have prospective students from Bangladesh particularly, and from India as well. We have started getting some questions. So dear viewers and students, we're going to go through each of your questions as soon as I finish our discussions. So basically from our Bangladeshi students' point of view, I have actually want to go through some of your particular departments, department-wise, like business and law degree. A lot of Bangladeshi students who has done their bachelor degree in law in Bangladesh, they have to come here for LLM, and or they want to basically their future intentions to complete barrister in law in the UK from a particular university. So the point here is majority of the students who complete their bachelor degree in Bangladesh University, they don't get direct entry to Bharat law. So instead of what they're doing GDL or LLM from a particular university. So I think in terms of that point of view, what St. Mary is offering to those particular students regarding LLM and also GDL.
We don't offer the GDL. We only have well, we have 2 LLMs, but the only one I would say that is relevant for the Bangladesh market is our International Business Law LLM, which I said specifically focuses on international trade and business law. So that would probably that's the only one that we currently offer that is relevant to the Bangladesh market.
Okay. And I think along with that, this is for postgraduate level. For undergraduate level, I think there are a lot of students who come here for undergraduate level as well as soon as they finish their higher secondary. Yes. And the secondary thing is that recently, I think St. Mary's University used not to take direct Bangladeshi students who finish their higher secondary. But yes, I think the recent entry requirement has been given the flexibility to do their bachelor degree directly without taking any foundation, as long as they score a required mark for that. If you can say something about it, please.
Yes, absolutely. I'll just go through our entry criteria for everyone. So at the UK equivalent at undergraduate level, we ask for A-levels or UCAS points. We generally ask for about 96 UCAS points, which is around a BBC or CCC equivalent at A-level. For Bangladeshi students that have HSC, so they're just the high school certificate, if they have a minimum GPA of 4 out of 5 or 75% in all subjects, they will be eligible for direct entry for our undergraduate degrees. So if they're looking at the LLB, for example, or the Business and Management BA, the BSc, sorry, then they could qualify if they have a minimum of 75% in each subject. And obviously the relevant IELTS criteria, which is IELTS 6 at undergraduate level, with no less than 5.5 in each section. At postgraduate level, in the UK, we ask generally for a 2-2 equivalent. Some subjects, such as physiotherapy, the pre-registration physiotherapy that I mentioned, asks for a 2-1. But as a general rule of thumb, our postgraduate courses ask for a UK equivalent of 2-2. So for Bangladeshi postgraduate students, we ask generally for a minimum GPA of 2.75 out of 4, or at least 55%. So we tend to look both at GPA and percentage. If the course asks for a 2.1, a 2-1, we would ask generally for a GPA 3 out of 4 or 60%. And IELTS requirement at postgraduate level is 6.5 with no less than 6 in each band. There are some courses such as physiotherapy, sports journalism that asks for an IELTS 7, but most of our courses ask for an IELTS equivalent of 6.5.
Okay, thank you very much, Undaleeb, for explaining the entry requirements. So dear viewers, if any international students who want to study for undergraduate level courses in business and law department, we have several courses like BA Honors in Business Law and BA Business Management in different pathways actually. So students who are eligible for direct entry, you can go for direct bachelor degree programs. However, if any international students from Bangladesh or any part of the world, if you are not qualified for direct entry because of your mark in higher secondary or 12th grade, you still have options to go for foundation course leading to your bachelor degree, which is 4 years. And I think, as far I am aware, for bachelor degree students, there is a short period of time they can go for work placement. So Undaleeb, you can just explain about it.
Sorry, what did you say? The placement opportunity?
I think for undergraduate students, there is some of the students will have the opportunity to go for a short placement as well. It is embedded. Yes. It is a part of the course.
Yes, Milton, thank you. Both for the LLB and our undergraduate programs in business and management, they offer an integrated placement module in the 2nd and 3rd year. So students can opt to take a placement module, which would basically see them working within an industry, a relevant industry placement once a week for that particular term. So the idea is after their 3 years, they have not only completed their degree, but they've also gained relevant work experience within the 3 years.
Okay. And also I think another part of it, like because of the new regulations implemented by UKVI, that international students will be able to work 2 years after finishing their degree. So this work placement, it is a kind of gaining experience and also apply it and also work in the industry as soon as they finish the course.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a perfect opportunity, not only for students to put theory into practice, but it's a great networking opportunity as well. You know, often if students make the right impression within these industry placements, you know, they have potential future contacts there for job opportunities. And now, obviously, with the reintroduction of the post-study work visa, this is really exciting for our international students because it means they can have the opportunity to stay in the UK and work for up to 2 years post-graduation. So these integrated industry placements give them a taster, they give them an opportunity to you know, network, to, you know, meet people within the industry, and also to see what they want to do, or maybe what they don't want to do as well. So it's a great opportunity to take advantage of. And obviously with the PSW, that's just now an added bonus because students now will get the opportunity to stay in the UK and work should they wish to do so.
Okay, okay. And we, in terms of Bangladeshi students, there are, there's a growing number of students who come to the UK for business-related courses. And what I want to say to our viewers and also our prospective students who want to come to the UK for your business management courses, St. Mary's University have quite a variety of business management course, including international business management with foundation. You can go for international. You can go for business management and marketing. You can go for business management with finance, along with that, the traditional business management with entrepreneurship. So there are different pathways. So if you want to know more about the particular courses, the particular pathways you want to go for, you can feel free to email us. Also, you can go to the university particular website. You can have a look on the particular course, particular module that you are interested in. And if you have any confusion about any particular aspect about MG requirements, about the course selections, please feel free to contact us as well, because at HNS Global, we not only give you the guideline about the admission, we also discuss about your career perspective, how these courses are going to help you for your future career. We're going to discuss about that particular aspects as well. And I think in business and management, along with these business management course, the LLM also, I think, have different pathways that Undaleeb explained, like international business law, international European business law as well. So hopefully for prospective students in this department, you can contact us. And recently, St. Mary's started their international finance and accounting, which is, I think, 1-year MSc program. And I think a lot of Bangladeshi students or Indian or other subcontinent country students as well, they're mostly interested about accounting and finance. It is one of the key course for them. And along with that, joining after finishing this course, some of the students also want to study their chartered accountancy qualification. So Undaleeb, if you can just give a short brief about accounting and finance.
Yes, I just want to get something up here that I prepared. So, as I said, we're now offering this particular program both in September as well as January. So previously this was only available for September, but now students have the option to apply either for the 2020 September intake or the January 21 intake. And this really helps students progress towards a successful career in the world of accounting and finance. Some key things to note: it's taught by professionals who've excelled in their professions. We have the former chief economist from Lloyd's TSB teach on this particular program. There's some great networking opportunities as well. They have a lot of guest speakers from leaders within the industry. Yeah, I think what's great is that it will provide students with key business skills such as finance, investment, accounting, and they will really learn to develop their skills with a focus on finance and accounting at both a national and an international level. We offer for this particular program, we ask for a 2-1, which is a GPA of 2.75 out of 4 for students. You're not required, in terms of entry requirements, you're not required to have completed a degree in finance or accounting in order to apply for this degree. So students from any academic discipline are welcome to apply, which I guess is something to note, because there are a lot of courses in that particular area that specifically ask for students with a background in finance and accounting, and this one is more open because there is a core module in place for students that don't come from a traditional background that will help students transition if they want to pursue a degree in international finance and accounting. So it's good to note for those students that might have a degree in a different discipline, but they are interested in pivoting or changing careers. So there is a particular module within this program that will help them transition, so they are more focused within finance and accounting.
Okay, thank you very much, Undaleeb, for explaining about MSc International Accounting and Finance. So the viewers, if any international students want to study accounting and finance, feel free to email us. You can ask questions as well. Also send your qualifications so that we can start processing your application for that. Now, the second department, actually, that's the second course I'm interested to discuss with you is actually MA in Education. Education and teaching related courses are getting quite popularity in South Asia, particularly in Bangladesh and India as well. A lot of primary schools are day by day increasing. So they want some quality teachers. And particularly, I think for St. Mary's point of view, your postgraduate, some of your PGD, and also MA in recently started MA qualification in education, again, will be able to help our prospective students as well. If you can tell something about that particular point.
Yeah, I mean, we've really increased our offering within education. Only within the last few months, a lot more courses now have been added to our portfolio, particularly at postgraduate level. So there's so many different options, whether you want to specialize in pedagogy, if you want to specialize in education and culture, coaching, mentoring, inclusive practice, leading innovation and change. These are all for current educational practitioners that are working in an education related field that want to progress into a specific area or specialize into another area, or even gain more kind of leadership qualities and understanding and knowledge. So it also helps in terms of promotion within education. So they're all one-year programs that we offer. The education MA, students get to study the program within school hubs at St. Mary's and through both and online options. So there are two options. It can be both face-to-face as well as online. The MA in education helps students to apply their learning to practical situations that they can use within their own school to drive effective change. So it's really handy for students that are already education professionals, that are working within schools, so they can look at practical solutions within this program and see how they can apply it to their own environment. The program is really designed to facilitate reflection and inquiry into practice amongst teachers and education professionals. So, you know, students really to look at what's going on in their own workplace, what could be done differently, what knowledge can they take from this to inspire change. And it enables schools and staff to, of course, advance their professional skills and expertise through the development of research culture. So research is really at the heart of these MAs, and obviously students can tailor their research according to specific areas of interest or maybe problem areas within their own school settings that they want to look at addressing.
Okay, basically I was actually I was checking a couple of months back. Actually, I was checking some particular courses for our prospective students, and I figured out that your MA in education, and along with that, your teaching qualifications is quite extraordinary compared to other institutions in around the London as well, because that is more practical based, and students are going to the different schools, getting some in-hand experience. So as soon as they finish the course, they can go back to, they can take the PhD opportunity and apply their knowledge here as well and get some experience and went back to their home country, and that will be more helpful for the prospective students. Now let's move on to one of the other department actually, and some particular courses in the health, sports and science degrees. So particularly due to the COVID-19 situation, I think some of the international students will be more interested about St. Mary's University's human nutrition course, because when I was discussing with one of the regional manager in St. Mary's main campus, so he was actually focusing on this particular course, MA in human nutrition, which majority of the South Asian students I think would be more interested in, due to the fact that due to the existing immune system that COVID-19 is actually creating us, to improve the immune system, the nutrition's actually we're going to play a key part for us. So For our prospective students, we're gonna let them know that the St. Mary's University Nutrition's MSc, along with that, nutrition and genetics is one of the key courses in the health science course as well. So if Undaleeb can explain about something about that.
Yes, absolutely. The program, first of all, is an accredited program, so it's accredited by the Association for Nutrition, AFN. It includes modules around sports nutrition and nutrigenomics. So it's a very current course and a very relevant course, particularly because of the climate that we're in at the moment. It was also based on the fact that, you know, data from Health Survey England suggests that nearly 30% of adults, this is in the UK, are obese, predisposing them to high risks of diabetes, cancer, coronary heart disease. I'm sure these statistics are not unfamiliar also in the subcontinent. So it's a really relevant program, and I think it has also will lead to great employment opportunities as well. As I said, it's accredited. Some of the key modules that are included in the program, we look at the principles of human nutrition, we look at food and nutrition policy and health promotion, so that's another core area. Another core module is nutrition and chronic disease, so there's a bit of an overlap between the two programs. Nutrigenomics, life cycle nutrition, we look at professional skills. There's also an option to specialize in sports nutrition, and then obviously you have your core research study, which will enable you to focus on a specific area that's important to you, or, you know, depending on what particular area you want to specialize in. So it's quite a comprehensive program. Our chronic disease management program is another one that also has 2 start dates. So the human nutrition, the genetics at the moment are only offered in September, but we do have one within health sciences, which is chronic disease management, which now also has a January start date as well.
Okay, thank you very much, Undaleeb, for explaining about the nutrition course. Another course actually which we can think that our South Asian students also will be interested in, because the way the other different sports gaining popularities, football, cricket, and other part of the things. I think MSc in sports management can gain some great attractions to our international students from Bangladesh and other part. So international students, if you're thinking about sports management course, as Undaleeb mentioned quite a bit earlier, that we are actually one of the best in terms of the sports related courses. So MSc in management, sports management, can be a good option for you at St. Mary's University. And there are industry work placement opportunity at this course, and also it is linked with some of the key industries in the UK. And you know that UK is famous for football, and along with that other sports like cricket as well. So what we can see that you can gain valuable experience in the UK. So once you go back to your home country, it will give you a valuable exposure in terms of the employability as well, and also the careers perspective.
Yeah.
Am I right, Undaleeb?
I mean, just to give you an example, the university also offers a foundation in coaching with Chelsea Football Foundation. So we've got fantastic links with some really big names with the FA, obviously from a football perspective, but we cover, you know, from rugby, cricket, all of the key sports. The university generally has very strong links. It's also useful to know for students that are interested in pursuing sports, not only to study them, but also as an extracurricular activity. There are great opportunities. But just to go back to the sports management MSc, it stands out because of the work placement opportunity, and obviously our fantastic links with, you know, sporting industries. We are linked to high profile sports clubs. Obviously we're based in Twickenham, which is, you know, the home for rugby, and students can also train and compete using the state-of-the-art facilities on campus. As I said, we have Olympic standard sports facilities, with used by key international teams during the 2012 Olympic Games. Mo Farah, as I said, is a patron of the university. Andy Murray, Usain Bolt, they all actually use St Mary's sports facilities, which just, I suppose, highlights, the quality and the standard that students will be exposed to in terms of facilities. Sports management MSc, some key modules include sport globalization and the media. We look at marketing and the sponsorship of sport. We look at sports within the business environment. There's also optional modules for students to complete in international finance and accounting, international human resource management, which really broadens the scope of the program. So it's a very interesting program. It's multidisciplinary, obviously, marrying the sports science as well as business. And I think there could be some great employment opportunities on the back of it, especially because of the integrated placement year.
Okay. So, and let's move on to the another department. Basically, we think that our prospective students would be benefited if we discuss during our live session the amount of media coverage we see in different part of the world whenever a news comes in. So, it's interest to international students to media communications also increasing day by day. So, I think on that particular prospect. Couple of the key courses at St. Mary's University offers, like be in bachelor level, basically, for B honors in communication with marketing. You can go for communication, data analytics, and marketing. So I want to discuss about particular one course which has a foundation as well. So any international students who want to build up their career in communications, data analytics, and marketing in three combined together, I think it can create more employability compared to the other courses. This particular course will give you the opportunity to explore the communication skills, the communications, data analytics, and marketing skills that you need to incur in order to go for your future career in marketing, in communications, and also you're going to improve your analytical ability. So it's going to cover you. It's going to cover improve your communication and marketing, media marketing, design and marketing, sports and communication. So there are a variety of fields you can go for after completing this course. So if Undaleeb can explain a little bit about that particular aspects, that would be helpful for our students.
Well, I think you explained it perfectly, and I think you're absolutely right in highlighting that particular program, because as you said, we do offer some variations within our communications portfolio, so specializing in marketing, in media. So it really does depend on the student and which area that they want to focus on. But I think the data analytics, also from coming from a communications marketing background myself, I do think data analytics is a specialization that is needed more and more and more, because that's how we're really going to understand what consumers want, what customers want, and we base our strategies accordingly. So to find someone that has those expertise is definitely going to make you more employable than, let's just say, a standard communications marketing degree. So within the particular data analytics program, you're going to cover modules in text mining and social network analytics. You're going to look at segmentation, targeting, market response models, predictive analysis. These are key, very technical but specialized areas that employers are going to look for, and it's going to help you stand out within the communications marketing industry, because you have not only the general and the foundations and the understanding of marketing communications, but you also have these high level specific data analytics skills. I would recommend, actually, for students that are maybe a bit confused about all of the different communication subjects that we offer, if you go onto the website, there are two things you could do. You can click on the different pages, and there's a compare button in the corner, and it brings up basically all of the different courses in a table, and it will show you what are the key differences, because obviously there is overlap, particularly in the first year where you study the core subject. Second and third year is really where the specialization kicks in. But you can also do this fun quiz on the website. If you go onto the page for the data analytics marketing communications course, it will tell you which communications degree you should study at St Mary's. So within that you can put in what your interests are, and it will actually tell you which course would be the right one for you. But as you said, Milton, the data analytics is definitely a standout program because it's more specialist, which I do believe does make you more employable.
Okay, and also I think one of the course actually we can discuss about in undergraduate level in which is actually LLB in law and criminology, and the more and more international students in Bangladesh and other part of the world, they're more interested about criminology in part of their bachelor degree program. So I think international students who are thinking about any law qualifications, you are feel free to go for St. Mary's University Law and Criminology course. The another course we can discuss about in postgraduate level that some of the international students might be interested in, which is political bachelor in politics and international relations. So we can see that a lot of students, they are studying at bachelor degree levels in international relations in South Asian countries. And we can see that the gaining popularities are increasing day by day for politics, for international relations, and along with that, law and criminology. So if you have any particular questions about these particular subjects, you can feel free to email us. You can also go to the university website and see the modules. And if you want to discuss how these courses is gonna help you for a future career, you can also give us a call. We can discuss about with your career with that particular courses, with the future career employability. We can give you some career-based advice as well. So let's move on to the next part of our sessions. Dear students, you can start sending the questions. We can see that a lot of students actually asked a lot of questions in our Facebook pages and also in the messengers. So viewers are going to go through the questions within a very short time. Now, in terms of the IELTS entry requirements, the English entry requirements, and during the pandemic situations, some of the students was not being able to do their IELTS and also the physical IELTS test. So in that perspective, if St. Mary's is taking any steps to accept any other alternatives English language qualifications around the world?
Yes, absolutely. We appreciate the difficulty that a lot of students are facing with the closure of IELTS test centres. So we want to show much flexibility as possible in terms of accepting alternative online options. So I'm really pleased to say that now the university, alongside all of the different other English tests that we accepted, Pearson, TOEFL, we're also accepting the online alternatives, including IELTS Indicator, Pearson, TOEFL, and Duolingo, which is another you might be familiar with. So if students aren't able, obviously, to do their IELTS in an IELTS test centre, but they can access one of those online options that I just mentioned, then that's also enough for the university, obviously, if the student gets the required grade to pass the English language requirement.
Okay. And in terms of the most important thing actually is now students are asking nowadays is the scholarship options for international students. So if you can go through about the postgraduate level, about the undergraduate level for international students, please.
Yeah, of course. So for undergraduate students, we still are offering for this September intake scholarships of £3,000 for first year entry. So as I said, our undergraduate tuition fees are £12,250. So students that exceed our current entry criteria would automatically be eligible for a £3,000 scholarship, which would bring their tuition fees to just over £9,000 for the first year. Students don't need to make a separate application for the scholarship. Each application will be reviewed. We do look at the full profile of the student. So alongside obviously meeting and exceeding our academic grades, we look at the quality of your personal statement, we really want to see students that have done their research about St Mary's. That really does help. Obviously, having the relevant English language qualification, that helps towards it as well. I would highly recommend, if students are still interested in applying for this September intake, do so sooner rather than later to ensure that they will still be considered for a scholarship of £3,000. Then at postgraduate level, we are again still offering scholarships of £1,500, £1,500 for postgraduate students. As I said, our programs are £13,650, so that brings our fees to just over £12,000 if you're successful with your scholarship, with a scholarship. Again, there's no additional application necessary. Students just need to meet and hopefully exceed our entry criteria. Obviously have a strong application, personal statement. We look at, you know, everything in its totality to then assess if a student is eligible. So once you've made your application, you will find out, I would say, within the first week or two, if you'd be eligible for a scholarship. Then you would be given a deadline. Obviously, because of the situation that we're in and depending on when you apply, because, you know, we have a much smaller window now for the September intake, but you will be given a deadline if you are successful in receiving a scholarship, whereby you have to confirm if you're going to accept the scholarship and then pay your deposit in order to secure your scholarship. The deposit that we ask for is £5,000. So students must make sure that they have the £5,000 in order to secure the deposit.
Okay, so viewers, as Undaleeb mentioned about that scholarships, yes, we are giving 3,000 up to 3,000 per scholarship for eligible students, and also university accepting the other English language qualifications like IELTS indicators and also the other qualification that is mentioned in the university website. So feel free to send your documents to us so that we can process your application as soon as possible, because places are limited in different programs and also scholarships are limited as well. So it is first come first basis in terms of the scholarships and also the places. So international students who want to study any particular programs, any questions, feel free to email us, also call us as well. And let's go to our students' questions now, because we're getting questions, a lot of questions now. So Undaleeb, we can go through the questions one by one and answer them, please. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, so I think the first question, let me go through. Okay. Yes. I think Nazia Hawk asked about any medical degrees with the masters in public health. If Undaleeb, you can answer this question, please.
No, we don't offer any medical degrees. Key ones within health science, chronic disease management, nutrition and genetics.
Yeah.
Applied sports and exercise, biomechanics, no. Yeah, nutrition, genetics, chronic disease management is really what we offer within health science, but not medical specific degrees, no.
Yeah, so Nazia Hawk, I think we answered your questions now. So if you want to study particularly in the area of nutrition, St. Mary's University will be one of the best choice, I think. So feel free to question us if you want to ask something else. Jahidul Islam, is there any foundation program available with business management for the next January session?
Yes, there is. There is. We offer foundation programs for pretty much all of the degrees that I mentioned. So yes, there is one available in January. That will be through our pathway provider, SMULIC, St Mary's University International College at London. So they will offer the foundation for our undergraduate business programs. So they have different start dates, but January is also included in that start date. So a foundation is available.
Okay. Jahidul, I think you received the answer. So if you're interested to study in foundation program at business management at January session, please feel free to contact us. I think what you can do is you can send your qualifications to us. we're going to see whether you are eligible for direct entry. If you are eligible for direct entry, then you can apply for the business management bachelor degree program as well. As you mentioned earlier, we have up to £3,000 scholarship available, so we need to make your application as soon as possible. Angel Peter asking, hi everyone, I have completed my degree last year. I can come back to India for MBA. I have to get admissions to give IELTS, or okay, I have to give IELTS. I think Angel is from India, Indian applicant. So I think if I'm not wrong, Undaleeb, we're not offering any MBA qualifications. Apart from that, we have International Business Management MSc, which is a very, very interesting course for international students, because there is an embedded placement opportunity as well for 6 weeks, if I'm not wrong. And also international students from Indian point of view, if you have 70% in your higher secondary mark, you will be eligible for applying an exam basis. So you don't need to take IELTS. If your score in 12th grade is less than 70%, yes, you need to take your IELTS examinations. Undaleeb, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, I'm not an expert on Indian qualifications, I'm afraid, Milton, but that sounds right.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So the next questions I received in our Facebook page, actually asking about can I get a credit transfer and complete the final year in the UK in St. Mary's? So will that going to be, and also Mukta Moni is asking, Mukta Mojumdar is asking, will there going to be a discount during the COVID-19? Mukta Mojumdar, university is offering a very favorable scholarship, which is £3,000 for the bachelor level courses. And in terms of the credit transfer, we cannot answer this question straight away. We have to review your qualifications, university, and send the applications to the university admissions team. They're going to make a decision based on that. Undaleeb, what do you say about it?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct, Milton. Generally, as a rule of thumb, we don't accept third-year transfer students. Second-year transfer students, we will consider on a case-by-case basis, but we will need full transcripts, details of all of the modules covered. It has to be like for like. So we have had some interest within the LLB and business for credit transfer, but as you rightly said, it's reviewed on a case-by-case basis. With regards to COVID discounts, no, we have the scholarships that I mentioned. The university is very much geared towards opening this September on campus. So we are looking to start our undergraduate classes at the end of September, our postgraduate classes at the beginning of October. We are following guidance from the UK government and Public Health England that will determine obviously how the academic year starts, but we are very much working towards starting on campus, welcoming students on campus by the end of September.
Okay, thank you, Undaleeb, for answering the question. The next question is asking Shah Ahmed Hussain, what will be the impact on job prospects amid the post-pandemic UK economy for prospective graduates and postgraduate students?
Wow, I mean, you know, if I had the answer to that, I'd be a millionaire. Sure, that's something we all want to know. You know, no doubt every country is affected by this global pandemic. So unfortunately, I'd love to give you a really hopeful answer, but I think there's just so many unknown variables that we're dealing with at the moment. The only positive is the hope that, you know, the PSW will be there, will have the option to stay should they wish to do so, should they see if there's an opportunity for them to stay. At least you have the choice. But I think it's very hard to say what the outcomes are going to be at this point in time. I think we really need to see how things evolve over the next few months at least to get a clearer picture of what might be the case this time next year.
Okay.
And opportunities are.
Okay, I think you received the answer. So basically, we are uncertain about the economy in terms of the prospective students. But the good thing is that UK coronavirus situation is improved quite a lot recently. So we are very much hopeful that September session will go as usual. And in terms of the employability for our students, in St. Mary's point of view, what we can ensure is that St. Mary's bachelor degree programs, majority of them has an integral part of placement opportunities. Some of the master's program we are offering, we have placement opportunities. So we are actually focusing as a St. Mary's point of view, we are focusing on students' employability in terms of our course-wise. So that we are making sure that they are ready for taking future career perspectives. And PSW point of view, as I mentioned, that we have 2 years post-study work visa. So as soon as you finish your course, you can apply your theoretical knowledge into practice, or you can gain some valuable UK experience. We are hopeful that the economy will recover soon, and our prospective students, we can say them, we can start sending the applications, be proactive, okay, and hopefully we're gonna recover this pandemic situation very soon. The another question students are asking that majority of the universities are delaying their September session due to the fact of COVID-19. Some of these universities are doing September to October. So what is the plan for St. Mary's point of view?
As I said, Milton, St. Mary's is still very much geared to starting its undergraduate courses by the end of September. Postgraduate courses will start on the 5th of October. Don't need to be on campus before then. An online induction will be provided a week before the class starts, and that's going to be a range of activities to ensure students have all the required information to transition into their studies effectively. As I said, we are following guidance by the UK government and public health. So should we need to switch to online delivery, let's say for the first few weeks, then those provisions are already in place. There also are provisions actually at the moment for all the lectures will be filmed in real time, and then they will be streamed online to students who are unable to attend in person. So if there are delays, for example, for students from certain countries in starting their particular course on the date that we open, let's say by the end of September, early October, then they will still be able to participate through online course, through online streaming, and then obviously be able to join us as and when they can. So, you know, the university's already made a very transition at the moment to online learning, like all universities had to, but we are still very much hopeful that we will be able to teach on campus with as much face-to-face as possible. We will switch to online where we need to, and if obviously that the safety of our students is our foremost concern, so we will make sure that we switch to online if we have to. But there will be provisions in place in order to ensure the safety of our international students that do enroll in September. So we're going to have an enhanced cleaning regime alongside the installation of facilities such as easy access to hand sanitizers, wipes for computer equipment, desks and other frequently touched surfaces. Eating areas are going to be regularly cleaned. We'll obviously observe social distancing. The benefit of St. Mary's being a small institution is that we can obviously maintain smaller class sizes and ensure that social distancing is adhered to. We're having very careful management of our timetable, so making full use of the teaching day to minimise peak density on campus, physical distancing within the campus, one-way circulation within buildings wherever possible. So we're putting a lot of preventative measures in place to ensure that the campus is as safe as possible for when we plan to open in September.
Okay, thank you, Undaleeb, for explaining about the situations about our September and January session as well. And also, dear students and viewers as well, what you can see is that what you can say that we have a growing number of courses available in January session. So for any international students who want to study, who who are missing for September session for some reason, they can still make the applications, pay the deposit. We can defer the course if it's available for January session. We can defer that. You can defer the course as well. Our next question, Abdullah Maruf asking, any postgraduate degree with placement? Maruf, St. Mary's University's business management courses has an integrated placement opportunities, which is integrated part of that, and you can take that opportunity as well. So, but we need to see your academic qualifications. Based on that, we can make a decision whether you're eligible or not. Tariqul Islam is asking about IELTS. No, Tariqul, I think if you're a Bangladeshi students, we recommend you to take IELTS or IELTS indicators or all other equivalent IELTS, equivalent English qualifications. The equivalent English qualifications are available in the website. You can go to the university website and have a look on that. Okay, I think we received another full qualifications from one of the students named Sadban Sakib. Sadban completed advanced A-level qualification in Bangladesh. He wants to study business management course. I think he has English grade A. So I think Undaleeb students who has done A-levels and have A grade in English, they'll be exempted from IELTS, if I'm not wrong.
Absolutely. Also GCSE, students with grade C or above in English at GCSE level or A level are exempt or don't need to have an additional English language qualification.
Okay. Dear viewers, my Indian team manager is now need to leave so I think Subhash, if you can leave now if you want, okay. So and say something about to our viewers, please.
Hi everyone. Sorry I have to leave because some meetings are there, but as usual, the Milton is there and the representative of the St. Mary University is there. They will explain each and every question, and for Indian team as well, whoever wants to ask any other questions, they can ask directly, and they can as well the mail also, and you can contact also in India office as well. Thank you so much. Thank you, Milton.
Okay, thank you. Take care. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Undaleeb, so we are, dear viewers, we are actually about to finish our session. So not so long ago, actually, we will be here maybe another 5 to 7 minutes or 10 minutes. So if you have any particular questions in ask, if you can actually email us, you can send questions to our Facebook pages, or you can send questions through the live sessions as well. So now let's move on to the next questions. Asking about Shivraj. Shivraj is asking, he wants to study LLM. So let me see what questions he's asking he actually WhatsApp me. I want Durgam Shibram from India, Hyderabad. I want to admission for LLM. So Shibram, if you want to study LLM, and if you are Indian students, you need to couple of things you need to keep in mind. We have two kinds of LLM. In one of them is international LLM in international law, and I'm sorry,
European law.
Oh, yeah, and European law. So if you want to study particular LLM qualifications, please send your qualifications to us. If you are Indian students, you will be eligible for English exemptions if you have 70% mark in your higher secondary, which is 12th grade, and you will eligible to apply for up to £3,000 scholarship based on the fact that you are exceeding our entry requirements. So feel free to send your qualifications. We're going to have a look and get back to you on that. Our next questions about mental health. Sorry, Nazia, St. Mary's doesn't offer any qualification based on mental health qualifications. We are specializing. Sorry,
we do offer psychology of mental health.
Okay.
Might be referring to that one.
Okay, sorry. Okay, Undaleeb. Okay, so Nazia, if you are interested about psychology of that particular courses, and please feel free to send your qualifications to us. We can have a look, and we can send your application to the university for the approval.
And also, it's just worth noting for this particular psychology masters, we do also accept students that ideally we ask for students with a first degree in psychology or related discipline, but if a student doesn't have a related degree or a degree in psychology, we will consider them. It will be forwarded to the program director for review. So we might ask then students to complete a bridging course in research methods as a condition of entry onto the course. So there are considerations for students that don't come from a psychology background for the Psychology of Mental Health MSc that we offer.
Okay,
but
so
it is subject to review.
Okay, so Nazia, you have the answer. So if you want to study a particular course based in psychology department, and so feel free to send your documents to us. Let me send your documents to the university, and they will assess it and get back to you as soon as possible as well. So viewers, we are actually about to finish our sessions within a very short time. If you want to ask any particular questions, you can ask us now. Our email address is info@hsglobal.co.uk. You can also WhatsApp us, or you can also call us. Our Bangladesh team and also Indian team are also open. So if you want to ask any particular questions, please ask us. Okay. So Undaleeb, as we mentioned, we discussed about several things about St. Mary's University, about the entry requirements, about the scholarship options available, about the beautiful campuses that St. Mary has, which is actually not in central London, not too far from central London, but also it is near to the river of Thames. So one of our students actually came last in January 2020 session for including the foundation SNULIC. So according to his point of view is that the campus environment was excellent, and I was actually about to ask him to join this session today, but due to the COVID-19 and other things, he was not being able to come and give his viewing as well. So if you can tell our viewers your closing speech about St. Mary's and also the upcoming sessions, and let us know as well something so that our prospective students will be able to help.
You're absolutely right about the campus. I think the students that enter St. Mary's and obviously stay with us to complete their course overwhelmingly have a very, very positive experience. It's a very unique environment. It's amazing because of obviously the location being in London but not in the city centre, so you get this beautiful green, leafy, warm, welcoming, safe campus environment, but then proximity to central London within 30 minutes, which is one of the most exciting metropolitan cities in the world. There is a reason we have some of the most satisfied students in the UK at St. Mary's. So, you know, the rankings don't lie in that respect. I would highly urge your viewers to have a look at one of our online resources, which is a St. Mary's virtual tour. You can find this on the website. It's not the same as obviously experiencing the campus yourself, but it will give you a feel for the university environment. So especially because of how we're working now virtually, this is a great way, this virtual tour, to kind of get a feel for the university. It's also a very user-friendly website in terms of looking at the courses. There's the compare tool that I mentioned. Some courses seem a bit similar and you want to see a table to understand what the key differences are. And then obviously going forward, any questions I'm more than happy to answer. We do have an online postgraduate information session. So this is for prospective postgraduate students that want to speak to academics. It's going to take place next Thursday on the 18th of June between 5 and 7 p.m. UK time. I appreciate this is going to be, it's quite late or probably very early for Bangladesh time, but you know, it's an opportunity for you to speak to academics. Just go onto the St. Mary's website and look at events. You get a full list of the events that we're hosting. So obviously the postgraduate information session. We do run regular webinars. We've just actually finished a bulk of our webinars for our postgraduate courses, but keep an eye on the events page because we update that regularly with all the forthcoming webinars. But if you do want to more information about a particular course and speak to an academic, viewers can also come through me and obviously through you, and we can arrange that too. So that is possible if there isn't a particular session available or you're not able to make the one that we have on the 18th. So I just want to say thank you very much all for your time. And I wish you all well, and you know, I really hope that we can see some of you in September. You know, hopefully, fingers crossed, everything will be fine by then.
Okay. Thank you very much, Undaleeb, for joining our session today. So dear viewers, we are about to end the sessions. So I'm really thankful to St. Mary's University International Marketing Manager Undaleeb Qazi for attending our sessions and answer the questions of our prospective students, explaining the university entry requirements, scholarships, university courses. Hopefully, we're gonna have a successful September 2020 session and also January 2021 session as well. Thank you very much, Undaleeb. Okay.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Stay safe.
So dear viewers, we are about to end the sessions. We just received another questions asking one of the students, Saleh Ahmed, asking about SCCA qualification. Saleh Ahmed, sorry, St. Mary doesn't offer SCCA qualifications. If you are interested to study in accounting and finance, we recommend you to study MSc in International Accounting and Finance course. Please feel free to send your full qualifications to us. We're going to have a look and we'll get back to you if you're eligible for that particular course. Viewers, this is the end of the session today. If you were not being able to attend the sessions for any particular reason, you can go through our Perspective Facebook page and also go through the live session. If you have any other particular questions in your mind, you can always feel free to email us at info@hsglobal.co.uk. Our number is there as well. And if you are really looking forward to study St. Mary's University Twickenham for September or January 2021 session, please send your qualifications, send your documents to us so that we can process your application as soon as possible. As I mentioned earlier, that £3,000 scholarship is for limited time, not for all students. So the first come first basis. So if you really want to study at St. Mary's, want to have the scholarship and also study at January or September 2020 session, send your documents and we're gonna take through the application process and everything. Take care. Bye.